everyone, today I want to share this set with you and I thought I'll do a review. I actually have been itching to start using this, but I wanted to film the unboxing or the unpackaging of it and have my first impressions before I start using it as well. So we're going to do swatches, and hopefully at the end of the video, if it won't be too long, I will do a little piece of abstract art with it. Otherwise it will be divided in two parts. So let's start with this set. So Derwent kindly has sent me a couple of products to try out. So this is the Shade and Tone Mixed Media set, and it has a number of art supplies in here. So it's got a 12 half pan palette, and if I'm not mistaken, these are Inktense. So the back of the packaging right here, it says that this set includes 7 Inktense, 2 graphite tint, 2 tinted charcoal, and 1 pastel color, resulting in a muted range of 12 pans. There's also a Derwent Drawing, Onyx, and a graphic B pencil included in this set to help you achieve expressive artwork. So here it says, experiment with shade, tone and form with this curated set of natural paint colors with black, terracotta and graphite pencil. So obviously you could do a lot of things, and as you will see, I will adopt this color palette to a abstract piece of art, but this easily could lend to a portraiture because you have a good variety of skin tones here that you could do it with, and of course a great variety of their different textured mediums. So let's look inside and get everything out so we can start playing. Here is the palette. This is what it looks like from the back. And these are the colors. So here we go. You also get a brush pen with a stopper, which is great, so you can fill up this container with water and take it with you, and then simply attach it and you're ready to go. These are a lot of fun to do work on the go, or even sometimes when I just want to take a sketchbook to my bedroom or to the lounge and just do a bit of, art on my lap. I can easily do that without needing the brushes and water and everything else. Okay, so I am quite excited in trying these out. Okay, so we have Inktense Mars Orange. I'm quite happy about this color. I love Mars Orange, and I do have it in a pencil form, and I believe it's a really, really good one. Inktense Sanguine, Inktense Venetian Red, and also Sepia, graphite tint in Autumn Brown, tinted charcoal in Burnt Embers, tinted charcoal in Burnt Earth, another Inktense in Sepia Ink. So they've done them by color division. Graphite tint in Graphite Grey, pastel shade Storm Grey, Inktense in white and Inktense in black. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the only color I don't have is this pastel shade in Storm Grey. So I've got all the pencils. I've got the Inktense, I've got the tinted charcoals, the graphite tint. Do I have graphite tint? Hold on, maybe I don't have the, what are these? These are the graphite tint. So I don't have the tinted charcoal. They also have tinted charcoal pencils. So apart from them, so yeah, the tinted charcoal in burnt earth and burnt embers, and the pastel shade. So these will be new to me. Everything else I have in pencil form, so it will be interesting to see how these look as watercolors. And of course, I love working with water-soluble mediums and can't wait to try them out. So let's look at the pencils. So we have terracotta. So this is a Derwent Drawing Pencil. Terracotta is one of my favorite pencils that I use very regularly for skin tones. In fact, I'll show you mine. So this is the trio that I use, and so you can see I use Mars Orange, Light Sienna and Terracotta. So I'm quite happy about this pencil. Now these I haven't tried, so let's see. This is the graphic, Derwent graphic in 3B. I love the 3B pencils, so that will be good. And then this one says Derwent Onyx in dark. So I haven't heard of this, and yeah, definitely looking forward to swatching all of them out and playing a little bit with them. Along with this set, I also received the Inktense paper pad. So this is 100% cotton, and this paper is designed to make the Inktense pencils or watercolors look their best. So this is the exceptional watercolor paper. Maximizes color vibrancy and withstands multiple layers of Derwent Inktense. So you can build upon the layers. And what else do you need to know? It's 300 GSM, acid-free, and it's a natural white paper. Okay, so 20 sheets in here, and they do seem quite thick. So let's start just by doing a little swatch. Here is the texture of the paper. There we go. Very traditional cold pressed texture. Has a nice feeling to it. It feels like it has a nice grip, but it doesn't have that arches kind of sandy feel to it. It has a smooth, kind of not smooth, but like a soft texture, and the paper is definitely very thick. The paper is textured also on both sides. So let's start by swatching out these watercolors. So I'm probably going to do it here on the side like that. So Inktense Mars Orange. This is beautiful. Then we have Inktense Sanguine. Venetian Red. So these are great skin tones right here. And Sepia. Then we have Graphite Tint in Autumn Brown. This is also really interesting. Tinted Charcoal in Burnt Embers. So this one is going to be a new one to me, so I don't know what to expect. I wonder if it will have a smudge like the charcoals would do. So once they dry, if I just go over with my finger, I wonder if they would smudge or not. But you can see the color palette, it's exquisite. If you love these type of natural colors, I think you would really enjoy that. Okay, carrying on with another tinted charcoal, we have Burnt Earth. So these are quite transparent, and they don't have too much color to them. It just feels like charcoal has been made into a powder, and then you know, once you add a bit of water, it sort of becomes water soluble. Another Inktense in sepia ink. This is very intense, as you can see. All of the Inktense are just stunning. Another graphite tint. No, this is the first graphite tint, and the only actually graphite tint in graphite grey. So this is something interesting as well. So this is going to be like a liquid pencil. Beautiful. And we'll try smudging that as well once it dries, just to see if it behaves the same as a pencil with graphite. Okay, next one, pastel shade Storm Grey. This is beautiful. They do have a whole pastel set as well, if you're interested. But in my opinion, this might be the most beautiful color for my personal color taste in the entire pastel set. But do check out their pastels if you are interested. And so this was Inktense White, and then we have Inktense Black. Okay, so wow, that is pretty intense. Okay, as you can see, once they dry, they don't lose their vibrancy too much. And with this one here, the graphite tint in Autumn Brown, is it what it is? Yeah, you can see the graphite coming through once it dries a little bit more. So let's set these to the side, and I'm going to swatch out these three pencils. So I'll keep this one, and I'll just swatch out the one that I have. So this is the Terracotta 6400, and here we go. The Derwent Drawing Pencils, if you're new to this channel, they are my favorite. And the reason being is that they just are so smooth on paper, and they have fantastic coverage. So they are very smooth when working with them. They build on top of each other very beautifully, and I find that I can create loads and loads of layers. Okay, Derwent Graphic in 3B. So that's a pencil. Yeah, beautiful pencil. Now Derwent Onyx in dark. I may need to go and research what this is. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It feels softer, but it doesn't layer very well. It feels a bit softer than the 3B here. It almost has a feeling like a charcoal that's going on paper, and it does smudge. The 3B does smudge. Okay, let me go research quickly what this pencil is, and I'll come back. Okay, so I read up a little bit on it, and apparently it's a smooth pencil that creates a very intense dark line, and it comes in two colors. So this is the dark. It also comes in a medium, and it's sort of, it's like a, you know, like a graphite, but yeah, it just behaves differently. I can't say that it's any more intense than that one. Maybe if I pressed. So far, I have to play around with it a bit more to understand it. But apparently it's a intense black pencil, and I just literally can read it out. It says here, smooth pencil that delivers dense black tones and can be sharpened to a fine point. So it doesn't really give you too much information how it would be different to say like a 6B, for instance. So yeah, okay, so now let's try and create a bit of a piece of art. So just to play around a little. These are super smooth. They're such a joy to play with. And they behave just like watercolors. So if I just drop a bit of water into this, you can see I can create these blossoms quite easily and a bit of texture. All right. I'm going to grab another pencil from the Inktense that I have. This is a color that I think will work quite nicely here. So I'll show you what happens with the Inktense pencils. So just adding a bit of water, you can make them blend and do all the gorgeousness, but it also can stay where you put it, so you don't lose the line. What you can also do is just go in straight into that wet paper and use them this way. So I absolutely love the Inktense pencils. They are gorgeous. There we go. Okay, so let's use the terracotta. Terracotta is not going to move because it's not a water-soluble pencil, but it's great to add details over or once everything is nice and dry. So for now I'm just going to sprinkle it around here and there. And let's go with this black. I don't know how it's going to act in wet, so I'm just going to add it. Not sure it's doing much different, but let's see. Oh yes, so it is softer. This one is scratching on the paper and I am not able to lay as much, so there is a definitely difference. So if I'm pushing quite hard, you can see whether it's wet or not. It's delivering that color over here. So that's quite interesting. And yeah, I'm going to add a bit of, let's see, what do we have here? This color is quite gorgeous, so the Sanguine. Just going to go into that and just go over the top. Didn't want that black there too much, and it actually has enough opaqueness to cover that up quite well. And what we get here is a lovely blossom, which I hope you can see. So as you can see, this set is so much fun to play with. I could just sit here all day long. And because these colors don't have the traditional color palette colors, which would be, you know, yellows and pinks and red and green and blues and purple, I find that my attention just goes straight to the color palette that I enjoy most. And then if you wanted to sprinkle in a little bit of color, you just can get a few colors from your existing art supply stash, which, you know, every one of us has, or probably most of us, but yeah, and just have a lot of fun. This is just so gorgeous. Absolutely love what happened here. So let me just dry this and then I'll come back. Actually, I feel like I want to add it here somewhere as well, like so. Yes, I hope you can see, or you can sense, that I'm having a lot of fun here. And that is purely because of the textures and because of the colors. They really speak to me. I mean, I'm really happy with this palette, so thank you, Derwent, if you're watching. I am going to go ahead and a little bit more of the blue, maybe in between that, just to bring it in here. Just a little, like that. Here we go. And that's it. So let me dry it quickly and show you everything up and close.